What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're back here at the Power of We Symposium 2022. I'm Christopher Rausch. I am your host, the No Excuses Coach, and I am joined here by the beautiful Tracie Randolph. Tracie is a fellow MC. Her and Daniel they're doing it from the stage. I'm up here doing it to you guys for the pay-per-view audience. Tracie, thank you for being your number one and shining your light. What does the Power of We mean for you, and why are you here for the kids?
It means empowerment to me, being able to introduce the kids to the possibilities that life can be exactly what they want it to be, without having to overthink it, without feeling like, their current circumstances are the end of the road for them. It's really about what can open up in their life if they really just listen to what these speakers are saying and be ready to change.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I mean, it's really about that message. And when I think about the Power of We, I think about the combined collective of society and humanity and the love that we have, the love that we could have for one another if we just stop the divisiveness and everything else that's going on. Talk to us about a point in your journey where maybe you didn't have as much confidence as you have now, and talk to us about what you went through, kind of like the dark night of the soul, to be the person that you are today.
Well, when you talk about the power of we, I definitely had the collective working on me and with me to gain that confidence. I was super skinny, and I was called olive oil from Popeye. Those are young may not really know Popeye, but so that I had a lack of self-esteem back then because I was so thin. But because I had a church community and I had some really strong women in my family, I started to get that confidence through them and really just speaking into me the same way that these people are doing here for the kids that are here today. So it really does take the collect.
That is so powerful. What caused you to really shift your perspective about your identity and about who Tracie really is?
Because I had them feeding into me, to be perfectly honest with you, and they started to feed those positive words that you heard today about, I am brave and I'm powerful and I can do anything that I want. And once I started to hear those things, they didn't resonate at first, to be perfectly honest with you, but then it started to. The more that I heard it, the more that I knew that I could do things differently.
That is so beautiful and so powerful, guys. Take this to heart. Take this to heart in your own particular lives. What can you do in your life to create a community? What can you do in your life to pour into other kids? That's what we're talking about today. That's why we're here at the Power of We Symposium. It's about the kids. Us adults, our time is limited here, but what we can do is we can set the world in a proper place to have the kids inherit something that is beautiful and combined and collective and soulful. I think about E360 TV. They are the sponsor, one of the sponsors here of the show, and they're the ones that are running this, by the way, E360 TV. And you have a show on E360 TV. Talk to us about your show and what the impact is that you want to have with that.
Sure. So I have two shows actually on E360 TV. One is called The Whole Living Show, and that show is really just about promoting health. Mind, body, and spirit, and letting people know that it takes all of those to be a truly healthy person. So I really want to inspire people to live healthier lifestyles and then, take that forward into their homes and then into their communities as well. And then the other show is called Fem Talk, and it's a fun show, really. It's a bunch of ladies that get together and talk about things that people wouldn't normally talk about in public.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
That would be a good one for guys to watch to learn more about ladies.
Absolutely. And we have had guys on the show, so you'll have to be our next male guest.
I would do it. The other thing I think about when we're talking about kids, and I think we were just talking off camera a little bit about having kids. You're a parent. What have you learned most from your kids?
Oh, boy. Patience, for one.
Oh, yeah.
To be honest with you. But I think the biggest thing that my son has taught me is to stop and take a look at the little things, right?
Yeah.
Like he loves looking at the moon. He loves looking at the things that are on the ground, especially when he was little, just paying attention to like nature. And he really made me take a look, just at things that are really important, more important than the hustle and bustle of life. So that's the biggest thing that he's taught me. For sure.
That is so brilliant, Tracie. Yeah. When I think about my own journey and what my son has taught me, similar, the same thing. I used to be so focused on outcomes and results and predictability and certainty. But through him, I realized that there is no past. There is no future. There's only the present moment right now. And to be in those moments with him as he's growing up so fast, that's like my focus right now, is I don't want to lose any of that. And the thing I've learned from my son is that creativity, that adventurous, that resourcefulness, that sense of spirit, the thing that as adults we start to lose because everybody tells us, no, stop, get your head out of the clouds, stop dreaming so big. And, for me, being a parent, I love the fact that we learn those things. When I think about the viewers at home watching us right now, and I think about all the divisiveness and the challenges that are going on in the world today, what advice could you give for somebody who might be struggling right now with maybe depression or their loss of identity or a loss of a job or just anything that they're challenged with? What advice would you give the folks at home to be able to find some inner soul and some spirit within themselves to find strength and courage to rise above?
Yeah, I would say the current challenges is not the end of the road, right? And for them to recognize that they're worthy, that they're enough, and that anything is possible. And I would say to look at the challenge as a blessing, because
Right
that
there.
challenge is introducing them to what's possible, right? And for them to take their mind to a different place and explore, okay, what's next? Instead
Yeah.
of thinking of it as a negative thing, turn it into a positive. Yeah.
Life is a sense of adventure, right? I mean, that's what we're doing here. We're having a great time. We're impacting the kids. Where can people find your shows, and where can they find you on social media?
Sure. Well, as you mentioned, E360 TV, we are on there Tuesday evenings and Wednesday mornings, and then also on Instagram at The Reset Coach and Facebook as well, The Reset Coach or Tracie Randolph.
Reset Coach. I
Yes.
love it. Tracie Randolph, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Tracie Randolph. Connect with her. Take her words of advice to heart. I promise you, when you start taking action in your life and you start to let go of the past and all the things that weren't working for you, and you focus on what it is that you can do, you can rise up, be resilient, find more courage, create more momentum, and you can truly rock and have a kick-ass life. I love you guys. We appreciate you being here at our pay-per-view audience. This is the Power of We Symposium 2022. We'll be back in just a few moments with another couple of interviews. Appreciate you. Go get something to eat, and we'll see you in just a few moments. Thank you.